Look at that.
Oh, we're gonna get Dan.
What's
With
up?
that hat
What's
and
up?
that beard, are you on your way to the tree to make cookies?
That beard is just a masterpiece at this. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
My God.
You know what? It's a product of my own laziness. That's really what it is at this point.
Is it one of
I
those
think I-
things where if you combed it, a banana would fall out?
Probably. I found a ham sandwich in there last night.
Was that that was an Airplane? Was that one of the Police Academy movies? It was one of the Leslie Nielsen movies.
No,
Yeah.
it was The Naked Gun.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was so tall, his face never appeared. And he says, "Oh, you got something on the side of you." He was eating a banana. You got something on the side of your face. No, the other side, and half a banana falls into frame.
Right. That's pretty good.
I've not seen those movies in forever.
I don't know why I
am-
remember that. You know?
I am mobile right now
All right.
because the check engine light is on in my truck, and I did some work to it, and you have to drive like 30 miles or whatever to clear the code.
Ah.
So
Oh, okay.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't know anything about fixing cars, man.
So Dan is out of the holodeck. He's got his mobile emitter on. He's finally left the confines of his house, and he's out and about.
Don't even, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't even know what to
He's
say.
doing maintenance on the shuttlecraft.
Yeah, well, actually, this isn't the shuttlecraft. This is my truck. So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the what would
What's
you call it?
shuttlecraft 2?
It's
No,
yeah,
it's
but
the
it's more
captain's
like
yacht.
a utility vehicle. So
So
Yeah.
it's the Delta Flyer?
Yeah.
the Delta
Whatever.
Omicron,
Whatever.
the fleeing Omicron,
if
not the
he-
Delta Flyer. That's last month, brother. That's last month. Come on.
Well, you know what's crazy? What's absolutely crazy about doing this show today, right now at 12:45 in the afternoon instead of our normal time, is like 4 times this week we all tried to cancel this thing for one reason or another. I mean, whether it was for stuff going on with my family or stuff going on with just the timing of it, and then stuff with Dan, and it's been kind of a downer of a week for most of us. Daniel, I mean, you look great. Your lighting looks fantastic. You're doing great. So you've got an upbeat week, I think. But for myself and Dan,
It
hopefully
started
we're not
out
bringing
rough
you down.
early in the
down.
week.
Well, is the stock market killing you?
Oh, yeah, that's killing me.
yeah.
But, I had that personal situation I told you guys earlier this week.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
it feels like a million miles ago
Yeah,
with
yeah,
how much has gone on.
yeah.
So,
And everything that bums me out, and then I'll read an article, and I'm like, oh, I'm doing it wrong. All I have to do is take a selfie and post it for sale as a NFT, and I'd be a freaking millionaire overnight. I mean, did you hear about that dude?
Yes.
yeah.
As a joke, took a selfie and put it up there, and some jackass paid him 4 million Mario coins or whatever.
Bitcoins.
You- Yeah. They're finding out more and more, though, that all of that money in NFTs, a lot of it is fake. It's just to move money in a
No.
leisure.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you think?
Yeah. For sure. So it's hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then there's
No,
also a problem now that people are going into museums and art galleries, taking a picture of art, and then making that an NFT, and they never created the art.
Well, sure, you can make an NFT out of it. That's the whole thing with NFTs. It's fucking stupid.
We're going to take a screenshot and make an NFT of us.
Well, isn't that our calendar? Can't we just make our calendar that doesn't actually exist an NFT and make millions of dollars off of it?
Why not?
Sign the
People
calendar.
doesn't
Yeah.
exist. Money
Yeah.
that doesn't exist. Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah. I mean, this
I've
all
been
just
saying money doesn't exist for a long time.
yeah, no shit. This all just well, yeah, with Pal just constantly, the whole whatever.
All
but,
of them.
all of them.
Yeah.
So, but this whole thing though feeds into the week that was and how depressing it was for me. I mean, it's just a rough week all the way around, and it just makes you feel even better when you can go find out that some turd on the internet made millions for doing jack shit. Like that makes me feel so much better.
You know what, though? There was one bright spot in the week for me.
What was that?
I finally made it happen after years of talking, after years of build-up. I finally watched Paddington 2.
Oh, reminds me. Go ahead, finish your Paddington story.
Oh no! We can wait till the end. Well, that'll be the main event.
Okay.
All right. So I kind of watched Stargate.
Ah.
And I say kind of because I fell asleep 3 times and I didn't finish it. But sorry.
I'm gonna send you some holy water so you can purge your home from that demon,
I've been gargling for 3 days and I can't get the taste out of my mouth.
as you should.
What did you watch? Did you watch the recommended episode, or did you just watch whatever?
Season 4, episode 17, where like Worf without ridges visits the station. And he's talking to the mom from Harry and the Hendersons. Who
If he's without ridges, is that not for her pleasure?
probably, I guess.
Sweet Jesus.
So the mom from Harry and the Hendersons is like the colonel running the station, which is just weird.
Yeah.
Is that how she introduces herself? Because that'd be great. I'm the mom from Harry from the.
Yeah. I was married to John Lithgow in 1987. Hi, how are you? I think it was her. I don't know. It might not be
I don't
her.
think so. No.
It looked like her. But that's the thing, because her name in that movie was Nancy, and John Lithgow called her Nan. So every time I saw her, I just heard John Lithgow going, Nan! I just couldn't get it out of my head. But I guess he was there to give Aquaman a pep talk.
Oh yeah, he needs that.
And Aquaman, well, here's the weird thing about seeing Jason Momoa, because I'll be honest with you. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Outside of Aquaman, I don't know anything about Jason Momoa. Never seen him in anything. I think he was he on Sons of Anarchy? Was he on that show?
No.
Or am
I mean, I don't. I
No.
saw the show and I don't remember.
He wasn't.
What
He
was he in?
wasn't? Okay.
Something else before Aquaman, right?
This was his first show.
Stargate was his big thing.
Okay, well, all right. I thought he was in something else in between, but
He's been in like in a Netflix show and an Apple TV show. I know
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
He's in
well,
C.
somewhere between Stargate and Aquaman is when he went to the gym.
Mm.
Because I'm watching this fight scene with him where he's sleeveless. I'm like, did he leave his arms at home? What's going on here?
Is that like that
'Cause he's
commercial he
jacked.
did?
Aquaman, he's jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wasn't
just
he
what?
the original Spider-Man with the
What?
Tobey Maguire one
What?
As who?
as Flash Thompson?
No. What? Dude.
Somebody famous was Flash Thompson in Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
It wasn't him. That's too far back.
It was somebody.
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it.
You Google it and report back.
Yeah.
But
So
no.
I tried to watch that episode. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know who the characters were.
Well, you watched the
And-
wrong series. You watched Atlantis as your first Stargate introduction. You were supposed to watch the episode called The
One I
Fifth.
that's the one I was told to watch.
I thought you were told to watch an SG-1 episode, not an Atlantis episode, but
Well,
okay.
It was the guy whose name I can't pronounce. Joe Magliano.
I don't know who that is. Doesn't ring a bell.
He's Kmart. Jason Momoa. When you want Jason Momoa, but you can't afford him, you get Joe.
You get Joe. Okay. Okay.
He was Deathstroke in the DCEU.
Oh yeah.
Still
yeah.
doesn't ring a bell because I don't watch
Yeah.
the DCU shit.
Because we only got 7 minutes of Deathstroke in the DC.
It's that.
Oh my god.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trekcast, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast, where we are literally going to rant about I don't know what the fuck we're going to talk about, but it's going to be all over the place, just like that intro was. That was literally 9 minutes and 40 seconds worth of just us, because, it's 2022, which is the exact same thing as 2021, which is the exact same thing as 2020, and I can't tell which way's up anymore, and that's just how the whole world feels at this point.
It's the Groundhog Years.
It is definitely.
in March of 2020, when I was first deployed for COVID, when I first got sick. You remember when I was in the
Mhm.
hotel room? We did a
Yep,
show
yep.
from the hotel.
Yep.
And when I was quarantined, one of my coworkers came to drop off food to me, and I answered the door, and he was wearing a mask. And it was the first time I'd seen somebody wearing a mask. And I said, "What the hell are you wearing?" And he said, "We're all wearing them now. It's
Mhm.
required." I said, "Shut up!" And he said, "They're saying it's going to be like this for 2 years." I remember that now. He said that. He
Yeah.
said, "They're saying it's going to be like this for 2 years." And I said, "Shut up. Get out of here. No way." Well, here we are. We're halfway through January. That was March. So
Yeah.
we're there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 solid years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to call that guy next week. Be like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry." Just to apologize to him for calling him.
I would have them pick out lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Like
no
numbers.
kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I don't know. When does it come to an end? How's it come to an end? But the funny thing about that though is where you're at right now, Dan, with how it is. It's not like that here, really. There's still people wearing masks. There's still signs for places, but no one's enforcing it. And some people care and some people don't. And there are people who are sick in the hospital, but it's not overwhelming the hospital. And for the most part, most people are. Well, in fact, now. If you get it in the schools and you're asymptomatic, you just go back to school. So, so I don't even know why anybody got tested if they weren't actually showing any signs of being sick. But sometimes that happens. And then I'm going to Orlando next week for work, and down there in Florida, they don't know what masks are for a year and a half now. Like they gave them up the summer of 2020 and said "F this" and moved on with life. So
yeah, the same thing over here, right? Like we don't believe in it, and then they're also shutting down the schools because there's not enough teachers right now because they're all sick.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
yeah.
As Joe Biden himself said, there's no federal solution for this. It's up to the states. So there you go.
We've been saying that, like it's
Joe.
just hurting cats at this point.
Yeah.
But,
In New
well,
York,
let's get to the news.
Yeah.
in New York, we're really sending the mask police out to police all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And New York is no better off than any of these other states. So
No.
what are we doing
Exactly.
at this point?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. I even said that. I even made that comment to my wife this morning. Nothing matters anymore. All right, let's move on to the news and let's go to something upbeat. Right, here we go. Bum bum.
Attention all hands. It's time for Star Trek news.
Bring us up, Daniel.
All right. So we've got a lot of news to talk about. So let's start with the big thing. Paramount Plus has unveiled its big plans for Star Trek this year, and we got a lot of premiere dates to go over.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So let's kind of break it down. So we now know that Discovery, the second part of Discovery, will return on February 10th. So that's what, 2 weeks away, roughly?
Roughly.
A little bit more than that?
Yeah, 2.5.
2.5, yeah, 2-3 weeks. So that's cool. It'll be back. And there you go. We'll finally find out about the EDM music or whatever it is they're fighting now.
The EDM music. You mean the DME?
Yeah.
The DME.
Oh,
which is
you know
also
you
the
want that.
EDM.
Just yeah. They just fight it off with glow sticks.
Well, it'd be just as good as the ending of Guardians of the Galaxy when he does a dance off with what's his name?
Why not?
Yeah, why not at this point? Who gives a
Marvel's
shit?
the biggest thing out there. It worked for them. Just copy
worked.
it.
Yeah, just do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, do it again. It's all right. So,
the
so that's
EDM,
February 10th.
I love it. I love it. The EDM. That's forever going to stay that way.
It's the EDM.
Yep.
Booker's going to show up with his candy necklace and baby duck backpack.
He's going to be throwing the molly around with a glow stick.
That's it. Exactly. All right, and then we also found out that Picard Season 2 is coming out. It is coming out March 3rd, which they had originally said it was going to be February 17th, so they kind of moved things around a little bit. Not too bad, though. So March 3rd it comes out. We did get a new trailer. We will talk about the trailer in a little bit.
So
But,
if it comes out on March 3rd, isn't Discovery still running? Isn't that what I saw on that chart? That Discovery and Picard would be running at the same time?
Yeah, for a little bit. What
Why
was it,
would
like
they-
2 weeks?
Why would they do that? Why would they do that at all? What is
You
your
see, they're releasing Paramount Plus in other international markets, right?
Yeah.
So it's easier to sell if you say, right now we've got 2 brand new Star Trek shows going. That's what it is my thought.
Because they seem to have
You
just
just need to,
dropped the whole Trek year-round thing. No one's talking about that.
Yeah,
And they could easily
I
do
think
it
that's
this
the
year.
ultimate goal, but it's
Yeah.
just not going right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think COVID sidelined a lot of that.
Oh, sure. I mean, I get that. There's production problems, shutdowns, yada yada yada. I get all that. We've heard about that for 2 years now. So,
Okay.
but at the same
We know.
time, but at the same time, they have this entire slate of shows that they just said, here's when they're coming, and they've stacked them all on top of one another. It feels like the first, all these new shows, all this new content, it's all done by August.
Yep. That's what they're gonna do.
So what's you got the thing up in front of you? What's next after Picard? It's Strange New Worlds, right?
It's Strange New Worlds, and that will premiere. Now, here's the weird thing. Typically, everything comes out on a Wednesday, or no, Thursdays for Paramount
Thursdays,
Plus,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that was my own confusion. Yeah, so Strange New Worlds comes out May 5th. That's a Thursday, and that's cool. Also found out that it had been renewed for a second season, even before the first episode airs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, whatever. I don't.
My thought is 2 things. One, it's probably a cheap show to produce, so they just said, screw it, let's go. And 2, they probably invested a lot in sets and everything and costumes, and they're just like, we want to get our money's worth, so let's get 2 seasons out of it. Probably.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that Anson Mount or Rebecca Romaine Stamos are Rebecca Romaine, whatever her name is, are cheap. I can't imagine that that's 2 cheap casting calls.
I think compared to, something like a Game of Thrones, yeah, it's probably.
Well, sure.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, you can
Lower
make
Decks
a comparison, but it doesn't make any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Lower Decks, it will be dropping a season 3 at some point in the summer. Don't have an exact date on that, and that's going to be 10 episodes. And it has been renewed for its 4th season.
Good.
Of also 10 episodes.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Looks like Prodigy will be taking a mid-season break around February 3rd, and then it will have its last 10 episodes at a unspecified date later this year. We don't know when later this year is. It could be fall, it could be summer, who knows? So,
Okay.
yeah. It looks like let's see what else. We also have the Orville coming out on March 10th. So that's cool. We should have
Nice. I was getting ready to say, out of all that stuff you just listed, I'm so excited for it. When's the Orville come out?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the cool thing is we're gonna have Picard and Orville kind of back to back. Picard's on the 3rd, and then the next week Orville comes out.
Nice.
So that should be kind of fun. Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a
So-
lot. This is gonna be very, very busy.
It's
And,
going to
you know,
be very busy. We're going to have a lot of shows. So,
Well, we've talked about this before about trying to get to where we're doing some shows that aren't just all solid review shows, and I think that's because we're kind of all burnt a little bit on the Discovery side of things. But hopefully, with Orville, and hopefully with Picard and Strange New Worlds, it's not such a freaking chore as it is with Discovery. And frankly, I haven't watched any more Prodigy. I keep telling myself to watch Prodigy, and I just haven't because I just don't. I mean, it's not that I don't care. I've read a lot of cool things that I want to go and watch. I just haven't forced myself to go and do it. It's not. I don't know what it is.
It's funny to me that the cartoon shows seem to be like the best reviewed.
Yeah.
Across the fans. Like I don't see like this hatred for Prodigy. It's just like,
No.
oh, it's not for me, but it's fine. Like, is the worst I've seen.
Well, I think it's
So.
because it's such a it's held such apart. I don't know how to phrase that, but it's apart from everything else, right? It's that it's canon in but not canon out. Whereas the live action show, like Dan's
It's a
always
kid
said,
show.
it's a kid show, right? And the lower decks is just to have fun, which is great. So you can either have fun or not. And Prodigy is a kids show, so I mean, it's kind of sits on the outside from everything else and doesn't impact the STU, the Star Trek universe, if you will. So
Yep.
whereas all these live action shows do, and they impact it in a negative way. Say that again, Dan.
What are we calling it?
STU? Are we calling it that now? Is that a thing?
I've said that on and off ever since they first put that Star Trek universe logo and moniker. That was like a year and a half ago.
Kind of like 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
The most exciting show for me, though, the most exciting sci-fi show is going to come out. Well, in theory, it's going to come out late 2022. Kenobi. That's the one I'm excited for.
Yeah, that does look interesting. I am caught up on Boba Fett, so I finally got
Oh,
caught
yes.
up on. I am Boba Fett.
How's Bubble Tea doing?
I don't understand though how, I still don't. Anyway, there's things about that show I don't get because I'm not a huge Boba Fett fan. But I found it hysterical when he picks up the robot and the little baby robot and holds it against the wall and he says, "Do you know who I am?" And the robot, I don't know what the robot says, and he says, "I am Boba Fett," as if that's supposed to have the same weight as "I am Batman." Like it doesn't have the same weight. I found that I laughed. I couldn't help it. That was funny. I didn't get it. Like, who does he think he is?
I don't know, man.
Exposed?
I saw one of those BuzzFeed, like they were taking a quiz and that actor was in it, and like I didn't realize the dude is like 60 something.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he doesn't give a shit about BuzzFeed or taking this stupid test.
No.
And he's just like, I whatever, man. Like, just does not care.
No.
It's great.
It is what it is.
Yeah. All right. So next news story, we kind of alluded to it. The Picard Season 2 trailer has arrived.
Yep.
It dropped earlier this week. We're going to get 10 episodes of Picard. Whoopi Goldberg was in there. It was pretty great. Did you guys see the trailer?
I did.
Yes.
I did.
What do you guys think?
I got no idea what the fuck is happening. I mean,
I think it's Mirror Universe.
yeah, it does. It does look like Mirror Universe or Fascist Universe or they go back into. Yeah.
See, did you see Darren Benjamin's post about it?
Oh yeah, that they took one of the experience props there.
Yeah, there's a screenshot where it looks like Picard is in an alley or a loading dock or something, and in the background there's this thing on the loading dock, and he said it's one of the old like merchandise shelves from Star Trek: The Experience.
Oh, that's cool.
Huh.
But what doesn't make sense is it's a Cardassian styled piece of furniture. So I don't know what it would be doing on a loading dock in, I don't know what year is it supposed to be? 20? Is it 2022? I don't know what year it's supposed to be.
Modern time,
It's
whatever
supposed
that
to be
means.
modern.
Yeah.
Dude, the Romulans are ninja nuns now.
It doesn't.
I don't care about a
matter.
shelf at this point.
Yeah. I mean,
That's true.
I will probably turn Picard off if when they go back to modern day, our time right now, and they're wearing masks, and someone makes a mention about wearing masks. I will probably fucking turn it off.
I will turn it off if he finds Guinan by going back to 2022 and watching The View. That's when I will turn it off. He should do that.
They actually
should.
should. That's
go back
actually.
in time, turn on The View and go, oh my God, it's Guinan.
Yep.
And then there's like the whole B plot of him outside the studio trying to get in. And he's like, no, but I know her. We were on the Enterprise together.
There's this crazy old
He's
man
watching a clip
outside.
of Sister Act and confused as hell.
Yeah. That actually would be pretty good, honestly, because
Why not?
With Hugh messing with him and the timeline and his memories, and he's not a real boy anymore. I mean,
Well, I
It's
mean, she was back in the Old West.
yeah.
So,
Why not?
why not make her? Yeah, they could enter this whole plot about she lived this whole other lifetime on Earth
Yep.
as an actress, Whoopi Goldberg.
Yep. That would be hysterical.
Dude, I love it. I say we do it. That sounds great.
Well,
Do
see, yet again, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are 25 minutes into today's episode of Trekcast, and once more, we demonstrate to Paramount and Viacom CBS and all the dipshit writers over there that the three of us are better than they are, all combined. There are millions of dollars that they throw at this show go in total waste when all they got to do is pick up the phone and call the three of us, and they would have absolute gold. We demonstrate this
Here's
every
the
time
thing.
every time we do a show.
Here's the thing. Marvel is going to make so much money with this stupid multiverse, right? I love the multiverse, but they're going to make so much money with it. And just like everybody else wanted a cinematic universe, now they're going to try to connect every goddamn thing and make it a multiverse. So that's coming, people.
Yeah.
All right? You're going to get Clifford the Big Red Dog and Space Buddies and all that crap
All
combined
the
together.
same, yeah, on the same thing.
Yeah. Paddington and Pooh are going to have an adventure. You know?
Actually, I would like to see that. No, I don't care.
I would too.
I don't care.
They can fight Yogi.
I don't think they can bear that.
Yeah. Dad joke.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yep.
I find it sweet as honey.
Oh, geez, man, we're really gonna go down this hole, aren't we?
I mean, as long as we don't get stuck in the hole like Pooh Bear.
Yeah, there you go.
What have I done?
We're on fire today.
A forest fire? Because only you can prevent those.
That's their Thanos, Smokey the Bear, because he smokes them. He's all dressed like Pulp Fiction, taking out cartoon bears.
Oh,
Oh man, that's a great script.
Sweet Jesus.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okie
All right.
dokie.
Any other news?
Well, let's talk about some of the Easter eggs, right?
In the
So we
trailer?
had an Enterprise painting in Picard's study. It looks like Picard was actually at the Chateau Picard, not in the hologram version on Lestarania.
Well, he could have been
Picard
in the
is
hologram, but yeah.
Well, they're saying that it was actually he was on Earth
Okay.
in this Easter egg breakdown. So
Gotcha.
he was reading the book Paradise Lost, so I'm sure there's something there with what's going on with the show. Let's see what else. He's got his Shakespearean books. We see the Stargazer, and once again we see the Queen of Hearts, which was a big thing for Data. Remember, like first shot of the first season, he
Mhm.
put down the Queen of Hearts, and there was like 4 queens. So
Do you think
I don't know.
there's any chance or any hope that actually means anything, is going to tie back to anything from the first season to the second season, other than the fact that he's not a real boy anymore? I mean, I don't think the writers are that clever.
well, this is the same writers who did Lost, and Lost forever had the numbers,
Yeah,
right? And then that ended up meaning nothing.
absolutely not. This is what I mean. Like, I have no. At this, you know, when you're writing a show and you're putting it out there for people to watch, there's a little bit of this I don't know, trust that as a viewer, when you get invested in a show, that you expect the writers to actually like do something with the things that they set up, or you have a little bit of trust that this episode's going somewhere, or that season's going somewhere. And I have no trust whatsoever in the writers over at Viacom CBS that they know what they're doing with it. Look what just even take one season of Discovery, the first season, and look what they did with that, and how it Yeah, I remember when this show started, it was like, what the fuck is this? And then the Klingons, and like, what the shit? This looks like something from a Aliens movie or so. It was weird, and I didn't get it, and we were all upset about the Klingons, and they were doing all this weird shit. But at least there was some mystery in it. You know, like if you go back and listen to some of the comments that I made, or we made in that about that first season as we're watching it together and talking about it together, there was at least this level of intrigue and what are they going to do and how are they going to resolve this? And they just totally shit on that by the end of the season, and they just kept doing it ever since then. They've never gotten away from that.
They did have a lot of good connective stuff. Like if you look back at it later, like in the first episode or second episode, something like that, when you see Lorca and his eyes are hurting, right?
Yeah.
You don't know why that is.
Right.
And then later you find out it's because he's from the mirror universe.
Correct.
So like stuff made sense. Like they set things up.
completely dropped that because
They did.
You know what's her name was from the Mirror Universe for the next 2 seasons, and they never addressed that, not once.
Right.
And
now you've got this whole thing that they set up with the mirror universes drifted apart, and you can't really get there anymore. But yet somehow this dipshit guy with the Ryza thing, the scientist, what is his name, is from some other universe, but it's not the mirror universe. So it's a new mirror universe. It's the opposite.
Setting
of
up a multiverse.
Yeah,
it's like I was saying.
It's exactly. It's a multiverse. So I mean, it's just like you could have actually thought for 2 seconds and come up with something better than that.
Here's the thing about them setting up the multiverse. It gets them away from the canon complaints. Because now they can just say, well, that's from this universe.
Let's just water it down to where nothing means anything anymore ever. I mean, it's the whole unshackling yourself from canon bullshit again. I mean, it's just I can't take that. Like, can someone just please, for the love of God, fire the entire writing staff and go hire 5th graders who've never watched an episode of Star Trek other than Prodigy, and they would do a better job. I mean, sorry.
It's all good.
Just
Tell us how you.
couldn't hear you, Dan.
All I want at this point is I want Sisko to show up in Discovery. Because why not? They could drop him off there. Time means nothing to Sisko.
Let's not ruin.
No,
Let's not ruin that.
If he's gonna show up, don't waste it.
No,
Have him show up
exactly.
at Picard.
Hey, right. I'm just kidding around.
Actually, no. If you're gonna have him, if you're gonna have him show up, then you have him show up in a you have him show up in a brand new series. If you're gonna, if for the majority of viewers who are having problems with what they're doing right now, I think the only thing they can correct that there's only 2 ways they can correct things in my mind. Obviously, Picard has to be less of a train wreck, but I think it's going to be, so whatever. But Strange New Worlds actually has to be somewhat of what it's expected at this point, episodic. See episode to episode, their own little self-contained stories, back to the A and B plot thing, something interesting, character development. If they can do all those basics, then that'll build back a little bit of trust on my end. But really what they need to do is they just need to stop all the BS, don't do Section 31, finish off Picard, finish off Discovery, and come out with something that's new and fresh and interesting that not only picks up on some of the stuff that we left hanging way back in the day, but just moves us forward in the timeline. It doesn't have to be in Picard's era. It could be right after the TNG, before Picard, and let's just pick up where we left off and make it a good story. And you could do that with Sisko coming back.
You want them to build it back, but better.
Oh my God!
Okay,
you bastard!
I have an idea for
you
Sisko.
bastard! So it's all wrong then. If it has any relation to that, it's totally wrong. Sorry.
I have an idea for Sisko. Okay, we're gonna mix a little bit of kung fu and a little bit of quantum leap. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. Sisko shows up in Discovery. They have an episode. He's all that. The prophets have left him there. But because he's in the future, he has access to time travel technology now. So now he's just trying to get back to Jake and Cassidy. All right? So it's him using the technology to try to find his way back to them. It doesn't work for whatever reason. You can make up some BS. Really, it's the prophet's intervention. And he goes and shows up at different time points in the timeline. And with his newfound knowledge that he has from the prophets, he goes and he fixes problems like Kane from Kung Fu. So he's just going around solving problems. It's a different show every week. And there you go.
So it sounds like the original Hulk television series. Or wait, Mandalorian.
Who's this Al? Who's this Al? Who's this dude in the chair?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
I mean, you could make it Q in theory because Q shows up whenever.
Yeah.
You could make it Jake because Jake could be like, "I'm gonna go look for my dad."
Yeah.
And and then they just meet up every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
And you make up some BS reason why they can't stay in the same spot.
All right, if you remember, this could actually work because if you remember Quantum Leap.
Oh, I remember.
He could only time travel. He only time traveled during his own lifetime. He never went back 1,000 years. He never went back 100 years. It was only during his lifetime.
Yep.
So what if it was the same situation? Somehow you tie it to Jake, and he only time travels during Jake's lifetime. And each time he shows up, he contacts Jake. So
Ooh,
Jake
like
is
the Visitor.
Yeah. So Jake is there in his, one episode Jake's 13. The next episode he's 47. The next episode he's 12. But each time he meets Jake only remembers the stuff that happened in his past. He doesn't remember last week's episode because last week's episode was 47-year-old Jake, but 47-year-old Jake remembers 30-year-old Jake's experiences. But this is going to be a time travel mess because sometimes Sisko, they never have the same amount of experiences because sometimes Jake remembers things that Benjamin hasn't experienced yet, and sometimes Benjamin remembers things that Jake hasn't experienced yet. This reminds. Did you ever see the movie Time Traveler's Wife?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay,
Go see that.
I've got a way that fits that. Okay, so we think that it's because the way he's time traveling that's why Jake doesn't remember, but we end up finding out, like, the twist at the end is he's been traveling to different parallel universes every time. So that's why Jake doesn't remember, because every time it's a different Jake that he shows up and meets.
Oh, like a Sliders.
Yeah. But he doesn't realize it. Like, that's your season 1 ender, and that's your twist. And now what do you do?
Are they writing this down at Paramount?
I don't know, man.
Well, Vicky's listening. She sends me hate
I
mail.
mean, it would be interesting. I'd watch that show, but I just came up with the idea, so there's that.
That's a joke.
right.
I don't get emails from Vicky Hartler.
Yeah.
Hart,
Last
whatever
news
her name is.
story. Comes to us from Trekcore.com. Surprisingly enough, Hallmark has revealed its 2022 holiday ornaments. Yeah. Just in time for Christmas for, in 11 months. Whatever. There's going to be all sorts. We're getting a Mirror Universe Montgomery Scott and Leonard McCoy, complete with golden sashes and knives. So that's cool.
Because why not? Just totally out of the blue. Why not? I mean, in January, why not? Just like I said, nothing makes sense
It's
anymore.
so weird that they just release them now.
The upside, up is down is up, right is left, left is right. The whole world, cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria.
They're not for sale yet. They're just announcing them. Right? They'll come out later. I'm just telling you what's going on. Let's see. We're getting a plush Judge Q robe with the big hat and the robe.
Fire this marketing person who works there.
There is a Borg alcove that is a phone stand. So that's kind of cool, I guess.
That's cool. Again,
yeah.
This should have been out 2 months ago or sometime in October this year.
Right. They'll probably come out in October-ish.
Sure.
But they're just telling you about them now.
Yeah.
And
then
so
we'll forget by July, and then you have to tell me all over again. So there's your marketing dollars, you fucking genius. I mean, what in the hell?
Yeah. There's a bunch of other things. The only other thing I thought was really cool is they've got like a picture frame, but it looks like the old school original TOS view screen. And so your picture is the view, like what's on the screen.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that would only be cool if they zoomed out a little bit so you get Sulu looking at the screen and then turning and looking back at the captain.
There you go. There you go.
They reused that shot about 1,000 times.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like it would be good for your wedding photo at the experience, right?
Sure.
Didn't you wear the uniform?
Yeah, but that was TNG, man. Come on.
Right.
Oh, okay. Can't combine them. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
No, can't combine them.
You and
All
your multiverse. You want to combine everything.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
I mean,
it can, but let's not do that.
I want to get a circular one with like it's a Stargate, and I'll put my Star Trek photo in it inside. Just the chat can go, that's wrong. You're doing it wrong.
No, I don't care. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me, you know. You can have
You got
Boba
John
Fett shaking Q's hand, and both of them standing on top of a what was that?
Mystery Mobile from Scooby Doo.
Well, I was going to either say something like that, or no, I was going to say the Knight Rider
Oh, Kit.
car. Yeah, Kit. Yeah, they just both be standing in front of a Kit, shaking hands. You know, like all that goes together. So,
all this talk about crossovers. How did they never do like a Knight Rider A-Team crossover? They were both on NBC at the same time. They were both huge shows. They both took place primarily in Southern California. How did they never cross these two shows over? I mean, they did a boat Fantasy Island crossover. How would they not do that too?
Even better still, Knight Rider, A-Team, and my all-time favorite when I was a kid, Airwolf.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I loved it. I don't know what it was about that helicopter. I loved Airwolf. It was the dumbest show, but I loved it.
I don't know if you'll know this one, Chad. I'm pretty sure Dan will. But how have they not made a Dino Riders movie? Like Transformers? You don't know Dino Riders? Dan, you don't either?
I know Dino Riders.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's a stupid show. It was a cartoon in the 80s. Yep. And it was like they put giant guns on dinosaurs and have them fight. There's a whole stupid backstory.
What goes wrong with that? I mean,
the toys were incredible.
You could just hear the marketing guy right now, the same dipshit who put out the Hallmark stuff at the end of January. Guys, listen, I've got a great pitch idea. We're going to take dinosaurs and we're going to stick laser beams on their heads.
Dude, Jurassic Park is one of the biggest franchises out there.
I know.
So is Transformers. It's basically combining them.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing will print money.
Ah, Lord. Somebody had money in their marketing budget, and that's why the Hallmark guy still has a job. Anyway, moving on.
That's it. That's all the news stories I've got.
That's a lot of news, man.
Yeah.
Kudos to you because you actually did your work for this show this week, and Dan and I did not. We're just here bullshitting.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any feedback. I don't know if you've got any, Chad, or from the Ko-fi account.
I have no idea. Let me go pull it up. I don't even have it pulled up yet. That's how freaking lazy I am this morning.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I actually have.
Pulling up the coffee count now. Let's see. 2 weeks ago, I don't know if we covered that or not. It's from Ricardo, so that doesn't sound familiar. He says, I want Dan to watch and review the original 94. Yeah, I did say that. So that was the last one. He wants you to watch and review the original Stargate movie. This is when we did a whole bunch of Stargate stuff. So that was 2 weeks ago.
I might be open to watching the original Stargate movie.
Oh, you should.
I might.
You should. That movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie. And I like James Spader. Anything that Mr. Spader is in, I've always enjoyed. So,
Age of Ultron?
Yeah, even Age of Ultron. Yeah, I enjoyed that movie. Bad. No, I mean, he's the best part of it, right? I mean, there's nothing in the emails on my end. I know there's stuff over, we lost Dan. I know there's stuff over on Discord because there's been a lot of conversations over there in the last 2 weeks or so. Let me just scroll down to our feedback section, wherever the hell that's at. I don't even know where shit's at on the... No, we had a conversation about Clifford the Big Red Dog over there.
Good. Well, so I watched a movie this week, not Paddington 2. Although I did watch Paddington 2. But a friend of mine has given me access to HBO Max. So I've been kind of going nuts on it. And I watched Nobody.
Oh, did you watch that? I've seen a clip. I've seen a clip from that where he's beating the shit out of people on the bus, and I'm like, I want to watch this.
Yeah, I don't know.
The guy from Better Call Saul. I don't know what his name is, but he's from Better Call Saul. Then he was originally from Breaking Bad. He was the lawyer.
Yeah,
but he's in a movie called Nobody.
He also had his own comedy show called Mr. Show.
Yeah,
him and another dude. Yeah. He's a comedy guy, but he basically plays John Wick in this movie. But it's slow, right? It takes about 20-30 minutes to really get going. But once it gets going, it's great. It's a fantastic movie. It's only like 90 minutes. If you guys get the chance, man, nobody is really good.
Did we talk about Peacemaker at all?
No, not really.
I haven't watched any of it. It looks stupid, and I don't like what's his name.
Oh, I've watched it.
Well, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
I did not like either of those movies. I didn't like either of the Suicide Squad movies. Probably because I'm a big DC guy, and I'm like, they churn out crap for their most popular characters, but they're making these movies. So I didn't like either Suicide Squad movie. I can't stand John Cena.
No.
I think he's a horrible actor. I think his politics are in the toilet, especially when it comes to Red China. And I watched Peacemaker. I watched the first episode just to be like, let's see what this piece of garbage is. I can't stop watching it.
Oh, no.
I am enjoying the hell out of the show, and I'm angry at myself for enjoying it. like I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed at how much I'm enjoying this show.
How great is Vigilante?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
When he's just humming as he's murdering people, he's just like happy as hell, like da 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 da.
This is on
It's,
HBO Max.
Yeah.
Show. It's pretty well written, I think.
Yeah, James Gunn's great, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think I might have to go back and rewatch the Suicide Squad movies now.
The thing about Peacemaker is don't skip the intro, because
No.
James Gunn has said every week it changes a little bit.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought
Kind
it
of
was
like
the
the
same
old God intro.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
Kinda. But every week apparently gets darker and darker. So
Really?
Hmm.
yeah, that's what they were saying. It's a cheesy intro, Chad. Like they're all dancing around to
Oh,
horrible
God.
music and like
Okay.
it's goofy dance. Like it's unlike any intro you've ever seen.
There
I
are
think-
some shows though that I start to watch them and it's so cheesy and so bad I can't get past. Like it just makes me cringe, and I physically. It's like the first episode of The Office. I can't get past that because it physically hurts to watch it. Like if that's what it is, then I won't be able to take it. I don't know what it is. I
I
can't
hope
do
you
it.
love bald eagles.
Oh Lord.
Was Eagly in the movies? I don't remember. Was
No,
he in the?
Eagly was not in the movies.
All right, so that's something.
He's got a bald eagle named Eagly.
Jesus. This just sounds better and better by the minute. I'm
It's
so
great.
excited.
Actually, Chad, it's actually.
Dude, the T-1000's in it.
Yeah. Yep.
Robert Patrick's in it.
Yeah.
Huh.
He looks about
Yeah.
1,000 years old.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, speaking of that, this was going around over the last 2 weeks. I saw a picture of what's her name from the very first Back to the Future movie, who plays his mom when he goes back in time to 55. Michael J.
Leah
Fox's mom.
Thompson?
Yeah, I saw a
Yeah.
picture of her, like of what she looks like now, and it was going around the internet all over the place, and totally unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get older, you obviously you change, and you get old, you get wrinkly, you get white hair, whatever. But man, just
So
not
what
even the same
you're saying is-
person.
So what you're saying is she looks the way she looked in the very beginning of Back to the Future.
Worse. She looks bad. I mean, whatever. She's just an old lady. I mean, it is what it is.
I read somewhere that
Just surprised.
what's his name? Ralph Macchio is now older than when Pat Morita was when he did The Karate Kid.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then the other thing I read is, and I didn't realize this, if you watch Cobra Kai, Terry Silver is actually a year younger than Ralph Macchio.
He looks older by a lot.
I know.
Hmm.
So I don't know what Ralph Macchio, like he made some sort of deal with the devil.
Again, age,
But-
and nothing
Right,
matters
so, like,
anymore. Nothing's the same. It's all. Go ahead, Dan. Sorry.
No, I was just saying he drinks the blood of virgins.
Him and Paul Rudd
Him and
and Keanu.
well, and then what's his name? Who actually does it when he was dating Angelina Jolie? Billy Bob
Billy Bob
Thornton.
Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like
That's funny.
a vial of her blood or something on a necklace that he always.
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, what
yeah.
a weirdo. I mean, just fucking weird. What?
I don't
There's a
even know.
movie. There is a movie called Stranger Than Fiction, and that is the world we are living in now. So-
All right. Well, I guess that's basically it. Since we just had news.
we managed to go an hour without having a topic.
There you go.
I mean, we are in full stride at this point in rant mode. I mean, we need to.
Welcome to group therapy, everybody.
Yeah.
Great.
This is group therapy. Please
Yeah.
sign in at the door.
There's punching pie in the back.
Pills will be dispensed as we walk out.
Oh yes.
Make sure to take your cup.
Have you seen that meme? And it's Dr. Vlox, and it's like, here, crush these up and take these. And the guy takes them, and he goes, what are these for? Dr. Vlox goes, I don't know. We're about to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, I miss that show too. I mean, I miss all the shows. I really do. that's
I
just-
wouldn't mind like a revival of that, like Enterprise, like the final year. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Or just,
There
I mean,
was a whole campaign for Netflix to pick them up for years after that show went off the air.
yeah,
Probably still a page for it.
yeah. Again,
I
there's
would
so
like to
much.
see the short treks come back.
Yeah, I mean,
Just have some fun with those.
exactly. I mean, like the one they did with the Tribbles. I mean, they
Yeah.
finally made some decent ones there at the end when they quit. It's like, no, come on, that's what we want. Like, I don't know.
They could do a fun one with Grudge, just Grudge's Day, and just Grudge wandering around and people running into Grudge, and
Oh,
have fun with it.
even better yet, they could do one called Grudge's Day, and it's literally 15 solid minutes of Grudge taking a nap, and he never moves, and everybody's like, "What's going to happen? What's going on?" And nothing ever happens. Like that's
Is
perfect.
that when he licks his ass?
She's the queen.
She's a queen, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it, and that costs no money. That costs no
Right.
effing money to do. But it would be great.
Both playing with the cat toy, like trying to get Grudge to play. That's all it is for
Yeah.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, there's again the depth and breadth and scope of what Trek is so easy to come up with good content for, and they don't do it. And they just don't do it.
Someday, hopefully.
Man, well, after they've ruined it for 5 years.
Well, yeah.
What are we on now? Season 4 of Discovery? I mean, so no,
Yeah.
they're not going to, Daniel. They're not going to.
We must put our faith in the Sisko.
Oh man.
A lot of stuff on the horizon. Let's
Yeah.
try and be positive.
Yeah,
let's be positive.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll say something
Just
positive.
like I'm positive it's gonna suck.
Let's say something positive about the Picard trailer that we saw. We'll end the show on a high note. What's something positive in that trailer that we saw besides the fact that John Delancey is just a handsome old man?
Positive about Picard.
See how hard this is?
I'm really hoping they do some sort of double dumbass reference,
Oh,
especially if they're time traveling.
again, see how easy is this? How fucking easy? All they have to do is pay us each $80,000 a year, and we'd be there. That's it. We'd write everything.
Oh
It'd
no,
be-
I'm not that cheap.
Oh, you
You
want
know
to pay?
what I
You want
would-
more? Well, if you moved
I want
out
more.
there, you'd have to have more. Sure, double that. But if you just be able to do it from home, pay me 80.
Pay me Dogecoin.
That'd be a. I would take a hit in my
What I-
pay. So I guess
you know
they'd
what I
pay
would
me more than that.
You know what I would love to see? People have
What's
always
that?
people have always said you have all of Starfleet officers time traveling throughout the years. How do they never run into other time travelers? And I would like to see them do just that. I would like to see Picard run into Anson Mount in 2022, recognize him as Captain Christopher Pike,
Mm-hmm.
and just say something to him to the effect of, Captain Pike, I recognize you, but I have to walk the other way because of the temporal prime directive. And have him just say, I understand. And the two of them just part ways, all right? And then, like 4 years from now, we see the other side of that. We find out why Anson Mount was in 2022 because of an episode of his show that takes that airs 4 years.
Yeah.
I would love for them to do something like that.
Yep.
That would be great.
That takes thought.
They would have to shoot, not to be nasty, but they would have to shoot Patrick Stewart's scenes now and just put them in the can for 4 years.
Yeah.
Justin, these motherfuckers are dropping like flies lately. I mean, we got Betty White is gone, Louis
Bob
Anderson,
Saget.
Meatloaf is gone,
Yeah.
Bob
Meatloaf,
Saget.
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
It's muy mal. But all right.
All right, I'm gonna run into the Walmart.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
need-
edit the show.
Yeah, we're done. That was it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming and listening to Trekcast yet again, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. Send us your reviews at trekcasttng@gmail.com. Call us at 816-287-0448. You can leave us a voicemail, or you can always text us at that number, and we'll read that or play it on the show during our feedback section. Make sure to come over to Discord at some point and get in onto a live show. We're never going to tell you when those shows are going to air or how, other than 10 minutes beforehand, so good luck finding us. But that's just how we do it. And then, of course, Twitter and
We roll, baby.
Facebook. Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all Trekcast TNG. Find us there. And, of course, over on YouTube, where this show is going to be up here just in a little bit. So I don't know what you say with those. Click that bell, hit subscribe now. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. So thanks for coming to
If you've
Rantcast.
gotten this far on it, might as well.
Might as well. Yeah. Yeah, if you're hearing me now, then you probably do want to subscribe.
Yeah.
All right,
guys.
thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Hey, thanks. I needed this.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did too.
good.
I did too. It's always
Good.
fun. It always brings me up a little bit to come and bullshit with the two of you, and I can't wait to see you guys in April. I'm so excited about that. So
Yeah, that'll be great.
it is going to be good. It is going to be good, regardless of what Viacom, CBS, and Paramount Plus do to fuck up our lives. We're still going to enjoy it. So,
All right, guys.
All right.
all right,
See you later.
see ya. Take care. Bye.
Well, there you have it, another episode in the can. Check us out at Trekcast.com. Also, if you would, please subscribe to us via iTunes. Leave those reviews, subscribe to us, we'll get some numbers, get up the list, get more listeners, do more shows, have more fun. But for now, we're all done. So live long and prosper, and we'll see you next week.